Dana K. White of aslobcomesclean.com, author of Decluttering at the Speed of Life. And today I'm just going to do a super fast video with a demonstration of how the container concept helps me prevent my natural mess. Like, it's the thing that helps me fight my natural tendency toward messiness, extreme messiness. Okay, so this right here is a little tray that somebody gave me at a speaking event, I think. Anyway, and I have it here on my kitchen island. It is the place for the stuff. It's the place for the salt and pepper shakers and the things so that they can have a non-spread out everywhere place on my island. Now, just to be clear, my personality is not one that naturally sets things in here immediately. No, they're generally spread out. And then in the midst of a 5-minute pickup or cleaning up the kitchen, that's when they go in this space. But that's what it's for, so that I can have this neater place for the little things, all right? Also, makes it very easy to move this to the table if I need to. But I looked at it yesterday and I went, there's a lot of stuff on there. It actually isn't supposed to be on there. What made me notice that? Well, because the container of the tray itself is getting full. That's what triggered in my brain, oh, wait, there's a lot of stuff on there that doesn't need to be on there. So I'm gonna declutter this. But the reason that I'm decluttering these things is because of the container. It's because of the limit. This is the container concept. Spaces are finite. I can't try to keep more than will fit inside of a space and my house stay under control, okay? There's a whole video on it. Maybe I'll link to it here, maybe I'll forget, who knows? But there's a whole video on it where I explain the container concept. So I embrace the natural limits, the natural spaces within my home, the drawers, the cabinets, the rooms, all of that. But then sometimes I put a container in place to keep myself, to give myself that limit, okay? To help myself keep this in check, because my natural tendency is to not notice. I don't notice that somehow we now have excess. All right, so I'm just gonna, I could look at this and I could, okay, honestly, I would look at this and think, so what do? I follow my 5-step decluttering process. Why? Because it's just what I do. It's just how I work through situations, because my natural tendency is to feel overwhelmed. Even though, you know, I've written the books about how to do this, I wrote them based on my own experience of feeling overwhelmed more than most people do, and then working through that, okay? So what do I start with? I always start with trash. So I'm gonna look at this space, I'm gonna say, what in here is trash? Thinking, surely there's no trash, right? Surely I didn't put trash on there. But even if there's no trash, it still gives me a first thing to do. And it also makes me start to look at things, and I look at individual items instead of, well, that's a lot of stuff, what am I supposed to do? I start to look at things differently. I actually found some trash. This video will come out many months from right now. So my husband, this will already be gone. Anyway, I'm pretty sure he won't notice. Somebody gave us this because it's a really cool coffee that they said he would like. Guess what we don't have? A machine to use one of these. Like, I have one out in my office. I don't drink caffeinated drinks out there because it just, you know, I can only have my 1 cup of coffee in the morning or else I get jittery. So this is never gonna get used. I'm gonna throw it away. Maybe I could donate it. You know what? I'm just gonna throw it away. Okay. All right, here we go. What? I'm gonna throw it away right now in the midst of making a video? Yes. Because if I don't, and I just set it aside, then it's somehow just gonna end up right back in here after sitting out on the counter for whatever, okay? So I just do it right now. All right, easy stuff. Is there anything on here that doesn't actually belong on this tray? Well, when I ask that question, I'm like, well, yes, this does not belong here. This does not belong here. These both have this, everything bagel seasoning. This doesn't belong here So I am going to put them in their already established homes. Okay. I'm not asking myself any questions. I am simply putting them in the space where they go. Okay. All right. Next, I am going to say, is there anything in here that is a donation? Meaning, duh doesn't stand for anything. It is simply me saying, duh. Yeah, I can let that go. And when I ask myself for a duh donation, I realize this is a duh donation. Why? Well, partly because I have other salt and pepper shakers here. I do like to have multiple salt and pepper shakers, but I also just realized, I just last night filled my pepper shaker and thought, wow, you know what I love about this one? I love the fact that I don't have to flip it over and hold it like this and then fill it from the bottom. And guess what I have to do for these? Fill them from the bottom. So I am going to put these in my donatable donate box right now, which is actually in that room over there. So I'm going to walk over there. Okay. So any other donations? No. Okay. So everything that's left here is not something that immediately stuck out to me as trash, easy, already having an established home somewhere else, or a donation. So now I'm going to ask myself the decluttering questions to deal with the stuff that's in here. Toothpicks. These aren't easy necessarily, but I'm going to ask myself the question, if I needed toothpicks, where would I look for them first? And my first reaction is my baking cabinet over there. I think it's because of what I use these for years ago. We don't use toothpicks a lot, but when I need them, they've been in my baking cabinet. So I'm gonna go put them in my baking cabinet. Somehow, baking cabinet is a really hard word to say today. Okay, Cholula sauce that is not even opened. If I needed Cholula hot sauce, where would I look for it first? I don't know if it needs to be refrigerated or not. I kind of feel like maybe I don't know. I don't have my glasses on. I can't see. You do your own research about it. So don't take my word for it. But I do see it on the table at Mexican restaurants. So maybe not. Anyway, where would I look for this first though? In the side door of my fridge. That's where I would look. So that's where I'm going to put it. If Cholula sauce is one of those things that don't refrigerate it, it ruins it. You know what? Y'all will tell me that, because you're great like that. Okay, let's see. We are down to salt and pepper shakers and candles. This one is a fall candle. So I am going to put it where I would look first for out of season candles, which is in that drawer over there. Okay, everything left here. Salt and pepper shakers. Yes, I do like to have my extras. And a summery candle. Make sure I still actually really do like it. Oh yeah, I do. Yeah, it wouldn't be in the kitchen where I would look for this first. It would be in our more like summer type hangout places. All right, so I'm gonna take this there right now as soon as I finish this video. Super quick video just to explain this. Having a limit, first of all, this gives me a place to put my salt and pepper shakers that is not just all over the place. Second of all, it's a limit. And that limit triggers in my brain as this was full when I started, right? But it triggers in my brain, wait, I don't need all of this stuff. Wait, there's stuff that doesn't need to be here because of this. Where otherwise, if it was just scattered around the kitchen island, I might never have that moment of realizing, oh, wait a minute, what's happened here? But instead, this container gives me that. So same thing if your sock drawer does not close. It's time to declutter socks. If your closet, if it's hard to get your hanger hung up on the bar in the closet, oh, that's a trigger. I need to get rid of some stuff. I've got too much stuff. So I let the boundaries of the container remind me, Dana, it's time to do something, because this isn't natural to me. I am not a naturally organized person. Anybody who knows me would be like, no kidding. I'm not. So I have things in place, systems, strategies, containers in place to help me do that, because on my own, I'm not going to notice until it's completely overwhelming. This helps me to notice before it's completely overwhelming. All right. I hope that was helpful. Talk to you later.